very first one was 30 foot by 30 foot by 30 foot, as far as its scale, the amount of space it took up. And it was in a gallery. And so, although yes, it was maybe for sale or for commission, but I designed it to fill that space, to be site specific or at least site sensitive to that experience. And so it more likely leads to, or more often leads to, a commission for a similar piece, but each one is targeted towards that space. And so I might reuse certain visuals. One visual that appears lots in my installations is a center object with two horns. And so two CD horns will show up. And so, but the way that they function and where they sit changes based on that specific location. So it's never the exact same sculpture. But when I make them for galleries, it's based on what the museum or gallery is capable of. And so if they can only let me install during business hours, 8 to 5, and their doorway is only 40 inches wide, they get a very specific piece. So it's more about logistics, and those logistics create an opportunity for me to problem solve. And so some of them are objects that could then be sold as is, like it's small enough that can travel as a piece, but that's usually generated because the site wouldn't let me, or I can't work longer. Maybe the time constrictions for my own travel yields it. And so all of those parts sort of form the way that those are done. But I also make smaller CD sculptures. And so I make tiny ones. The smallest I think is 4 inch by 4 inch by 4 inch. And it's made out of all fractions, like little fragments of CDs. And so as those CDs from the big sculptures break, I collect them and I use them as mosaic pieces for smaller pieces, like smaller art objects.